going to stop the Vegans? That's right, sitting pretty at the top of League 2 after they made it 4 wins from 4. But who's behind them? We'll take a little look next. Right, folks, back once again with another prediction video. Today we're looking forward to match number 5 over in EFL League 2, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new, smash your subscribe button. Bang up to all things League 2 related, Blackburn Rovers related, world football related. We're going to know here under one Rooski. That's right, of course, they were in the playoffs last time round. Of course, they don't want to go that way this round. They want to do it in the top 3. That's right. Is it top 3? Yes, of course. And they're doing very, very well for themselves at the moment. That is Forest Green Rovers, a.k.a. the Bloody Vegans. That's right. Who's going to stop them? Of course, we'll take a look at that in just a second. And of course, big shout to the VIPs. They are that pay a tree on. So let's get going, boys. If you want to support Cherry another way, check out the link down below, patreon.com/RoversC. So here we go then, lads. Of course, take a look back at, of course, match number 4. Here it is. Recap the results, my picks, and of course, we'll see how you guys are getting on with the prediction league. Here we go. Of course, this will be the we'll get the next game. I think match number 5 will be the last one to be considered if you want to be predictor of the month. We'll have a predictor of the month, of course, and we'll cross each and every one of the divisions. We'll elaborate on all that when, of course, we reveal that. But anyway, let's get going then, Chef. Of course, we'll recap the results. Started with Carlisle against Leyton. Orient. It was a 1-1 draw in the end. I actually went with Carlisle on that one, so shame on me. Meanwhile, Exeter put out a flex their muscles well with a 4-1 win over Joey Barnes' boys, who look absolutely shit right now. They actually got 3 points on the board, but it's still a little bit wobbly for them, who I thought they were going to be up in the top 3, top 4 at the end of the season. But anyway, Exeter kicking ass to take a name. Stevenage, though, 1-1 draw against Port Vale. Called it, boys. Got the one absolutely bang on the nose. Meanwhile, the Vegans, though, they kicked ass and took names with a 9-goal thriller, 6-3 in the end over Crawley Town. I actually went with a 3-0 win myself. Not too shabby there. Harrogate Town against Barrow was a 2-1 win for Harrogate Town. Of course, they were newly promoted last time around. Of course, a big win for Harrogate Town, which is them up to 6th in the table. Hartlepool also got a big win over Walsall, 2-0 in the end. I actually went with a 2-0 win the other way. That gets them moving in the right direction. Well, in fact, they're up to 7th right now. Goodness gracious me. This one was a bit of a big one. Of course, Mansfield up there towards the knock of the top of the woods against Bradford. It was a 5-goal thriller going in favour of Bradford City. I actually remember the 4-goal thriller myself, so not too close, not too far off. But Bradford are up into 2nd right now, breathing down the necks of Forest Green, unbeaten as well. So I must stress that as well. Kicking off further, Northampton Town against Rochdale was a 3-1 win for Rochdale. I actually remember the 1-1 win for Northampton, who slipped down to 10th now. Oldham Athletic also a bit of a what's this, a pitch invasion, something like that. 2-1 win for Colchester, who are up and at them, up to 13th now, and Oldham are in trouble. They are bottom of the league. Salford City, though, in a bit of a scrappy one there, lost to Swindon Town, who, of course, moving the chains. Of course, I have to revisit my prediction on them. I think they're looking very, very good at the moment. They're up to the dizzy heights of 3rd. So yeah, I went with bottom. So that's bad. We will be doing another prediction, of course, next week once the transfer window slams shut. Kicking on further, though, Scunthorpe United against Sutton United was a 1-1 draw, and Tranmere Rovers lost to Newport County. Not the start of the season Tranmere were hoping, but again, not the start for me as well. Just got 3. What's that done? We'll have a look at what that does in the prediction league against you guys. But it's the table as it stands. Of course, Forest Green Rovers up there with 12 points out of 12. Bradford not too far away either. Swindon up there in 3rd, and Mansfield are not too far away either. Level on points. Stevenage as well, and Hartlepool. Who else is unbeaten? Harrogate unbeaten. They've only played 2 times. Wow. That's of course the table. Of course, down the bottom is Oldham and Walsall, I think, going down at the moment. Let's take a look at the prediction league for this week. I would have been around about 26, something like that. But of course, the leader is Gaming Charlie for this week, alongside Grandmaster Foe and Hypernova up there with 8. Give them guys a round of applause for kicking ass, taking names this past week. And what's that done to the overall situation? Well, 8 points on the board, they go. And it is Gaming Charlie up there with 22. Yannick Buster's up there with 21. Russell Frost is in the bronze medal spot with 19 as well. He is the defending champion. And of course, we'll talk about that. Of course, I'm still working on it. I'm still working on it, guys. Getting all that, the wall of honour. And of course, the gifts out. I'm trying to get the t-shirts sorted out. And the postage is a bit of a nightmare. So we're trying to figure that out. Anyway, here it is. Of course, if you want to get involved for the next one, match number 5, it is, of course, live and active right now. It's free to enter as well. Cutley/League 2 number 5. Okay, when we get back from the international break, we will have a static link. It'll be something like Cutley/League 2, and then it will be you just type that in, week out. It saves me changing this each and every day or each and every week, so makes it a little bit slicker for me, and of course easier for you guys who just go in there each and every week to get picks in nice and early. Let's take a look at that now. Of course, next round of matches, let's jump into the deep end then, shall we? Going to kick it off. We have a Brucey bonus. This is the first game here, so I do think Russell Frost has already put his predictions hasn't already seen it. He's very keen, but you probably have to revisit it to add this extra fixture in, because this is what we're gonna count it from right here, right now. So it is Leyton Orient against Harrogate, of course, taking place this coming Tuesday. So you'll be quick off the mark if you want to get that point. I'll leave the predictions open all the way through to the weekend anyway. So if you want it, you take it. Yeah, anyway, let's get going then, shall we? Play each other 4 times in 2018. 3 wins Leyton Orient, nothing for Harrogate, 1 draw. The biggest win for Leyton Orient was a 3-0 win. The biggest win the other way, well, there was none. Of course, last time I played each other over in Leyton Orient, or in Brisbane Row, was a 3-0 win in League 2. That was back in November 2020. Of course, Leyton Orient started off, well, I've actually been okay so far this season. Well, a bit party at the moment. Unbeaten, I think. Unbeaten, of course. We're picking up 5 points out of a respectable 9. Not too shabby there. Meanwhile, Harrogate, though, looking very, very good for themselves. Well, back-to-back wins for them. I think also... No, I was going to say back-to-back clean sheets, but of course... Not too shabby in there regardless. Take a look at the odds. We have 11-10 is your Leyton Orient, 13-5 is your Harrogate Town. Of course, 12-5 is your draw on this one. Again, this is the Brucey bonus point. Of course, it should have been played quite a few days ago. Should have been in round 3. Of course, this is match number 5. So, but I'm going to go with a win for Leyton Orient, 2-1 win, and again keep themselves in the thick of things towards the top of the table. So, kicking off forward to match number 5 official now. Let's jump in the deep end and have a look at Barrow taking on Bristol Rovers. Of course, Barton's boys need a reboot. Of course, played each other twice. These two sides. Of course, 1 win apiece. Of course, stretching back to 2006. The biggest win, or the only win for Barrow was a 2-1 win. The biggest win the other way was a 3-2 win. Of course, last time played each other over in Barrow was a 3-2 win for Bristol Rovers. In the FA Cup back in November 2006. Of course, Bristol Rovers pretty shitty at the moment, not really getting going. Where are they in the table? They're down into 20th at the moment, and of course Barrow into 16th right here, right now, with of course not the greatest start for either the two sides, but of course we'll be looking at this one for potentially some points. 7-5 is your Barrow, 23-10 is your draw, and 50-8 is your Bristol Rovers on this. I'm going to go with a 1-0 win for Barrow on this, and again it puts a bit of pressure on Bristol Rovers, and maybe just reconsidering the managerial situation perhaps over at Bristol Rovers as we enter match number 6, and of course a new month. Let's get going there in the next one. It's Crawley taking on Northampton Town. Again, August 28th, big day this one, special day. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. Of course, played 8 times 2011. 3 wins for Crawley, 3 wins for Northampton, 2 draws. The biggest win for Crawley over Northampton was a 4-0 win. The biggest win the other way was a 1-0 win. Last time I played over in Crawley was in fact that 4-0 win. That was back in December 2019 in League 2. Last time Northampton picked up a win was all the way back in 2018. It was in Crawley as well, 1-0 win back in the day. Of course, heading into this, of course, Northampton in 10th. They're down from last week. Of course, Crawley are into 19th. They're also down from last week. Yet to get going, really. Well, they got 3 points at the moment, Crawley. Northampton with 6. Bookies odds on this one. What do we have on this? We have 50-8 for Crawley, 23-10 is your draw, 7-5 is your Northampton Town. Going to go with the 2-0 win for Northampton on this to take it to the house. Away day win there. Of course, Walsall, they're taking on Stevenage, of course. Let's get into this one then, shall we? Of course, play each other. According to my brain, 9 times in 2011, 2 wins apiece, 5 draws. The biggest win for Walsall over Stevenage was a 2-1 win. The biggest win the other way was a 3-1 win. Last time they played each other over in Walsall was a 1-1 draw back in December 2020. Of course, last time that Walsall picked up a win, that was a 2-1 win in Walsall in League 1. Of course, that was back in 2013. Of course, heading into this, of course, Stevenage are 5th at the moment, sitting pretty with 7 points on the board at the moment. Walsall down 23rd. They're in a bit of trouble right now, and they could do with some points. 2-1 is your Walsall, 11-8 is your away win. That's Stevenage, 94 is the draw. Going to go with a draw myself on this one. Next, of course, we have the unbeaten vegans. It must be in their diet. That's right. Of course, it is. Forest Green against Port Vale on the 20th as well. Played the 9 times 2012. 2 wins for the vegans, 3 wins for Port Vale, and 4 draws. Of course, the biggest win for Forest Green was a 2-0 win. The biggest win the other way was a 3-2 win. Last time I played over in Forest Green was a 1-1 draw back in January 2021. Heading into this, of course, sitting pretty at the top of the table. That is Forest Green, 12 points from 12. Port Vale down to 17th, of course, hoping to get themselves moving in the right direction. They are up though. They're on the move. They're on. They've got the 3 points in the bag last time. Well, they got points in the bag last time. Even Stevens is your Forest Green, 13-5 is your Port Vale, and 5-2 is your draw. I'm going with the vegans on this one. Another big win as well, 3-0 to take it to the house. Next, of course, Harrogate Town against Exeter City. Of course, Harrogate Town doing very good at the moment. Of course, 2 wins from 2. Played each other twice though. Of course, 1 win for Harrogate, nothing for Exeter, and 1 draw. That one and only win was a 2-1 win, and that was back in Exeter. Of course, last time I played each other over in Harrogate was a 0-0 draw. Of course, like I said, Harrogate 2 wins from 2, sitting pretty in 6th at the moment. Exeter, they've got what have they got? They got 5 points on the board after playing 4 games around mid-table, but they're on the move as well, moving in the right direction on the up. 8-5 is your Harrogate, 23-10 is your draw. 8-5 is your Exeter. Of course, even Stevens on the bookies. What have I got on this one? I've gone with a 2-1 win on the road though for Exeter City to put another dent in a bit of an awkward week for Harrogate. Back-to-back back-to-back defeats in my eyes, including that game against Leyton. Orient. Let's get into the next one. It's Hartlepool up against, where do we have? Is this game going to go ahead? It could go ahead up against Carlisle. Let's get into this. This is a bit of a northern affair. Played each other 21 times since 2003. 6 wins for Hartlepool, 10 wins for Carlisle, 5 draws. The biggest win for either two sides was a 4-0 win over each other. Of course, last time I played each other in Hartlepool was a 1-1 draw back in 2017. It was in League 2. It was in Hartlepool way back when. Heading into this, of course, both teams doing all right. Hartlepool into 6th at the moment, 6 points on the board, have a possible 9. Meanwhile, Carlisle up there in 8th with 6 points, have a possible 12. Of course, played one game more than them. Heading into this one, we have Hartlepool with 7-4 for the victory, 6-4 is Carlisle. They are the favourites. And of course, we have 23-10 is your draw. Type 1, going to go with Carlisle myself, though. Going with the bookies on this. Leyton Orient, though, into back-to-back games this week. Of course, possible 6 points on the horizon. Taking on Derek Adams' Bradford City, who are doing very, very well. Played each other 10 times since 2006. 3 wins for Leyton Orient. We have 5 wins for Bradford City and 2 draws. Of course, the biggest win for either two sides was 2-0 win over each other. Last time played each other over in the Brisbane Rovers, a 1-0 win for Leyton Orient. That's back in November 2020. Of course, look at the situation in the table. What do we have on this one? Bradford in 2nd, Leyton Orient are in 11th. Of course, Bradford's goals coming from Omar Beckles. He was on bloody Gold Cup duty. Goodness gracious me. Andy Cook, those got in fact, that was Leyton Orient's goals. Andy Cook's goals has been the top goal scorer for Bradford, bagging 4 already, with Lee Agol getting a couple as well. So they're looking very, very good, scoring goals plenty. Look at the odds then. 2-1 is your Leyton Orient, 7-5 is your Bradford City, and 11-5 is your draw. Type 1, going to go with Bradford on this one. Back in the Bradford this season. Rochdale, they're taking on, who the heck are they taking on? They're taking on Colchester United. That's on Friday, August the 27th. All eyes on this one, you would think. Played each other 8 times in 2010. 4 wins for Rochdale, 2 wins for Colchester, and 2 draws. The biggest win for Rochdale over Colchester was a 4-1 win. The biggest win the other way was a 1-0 win. Last time played each other over in Colchester was a 2-1 win. However, last time played each other over Scotland was a 3-1 win for Rochdale. So it's actually 4 wins on the bounce for Rochdale over Colchester. In fact, you've got to go back to 2010 for Colchester's last win over Rochdale. Scrap that, 2011. Well, it's all important that 1 year. Anyway, heading into this, Colchester in 13th, Rochdale in 15th. Not two great starts for either two sides in mid-table at the moment. You would have fancied both of them to be trying to climb the table, especially Rochdale, of course, got relegated last time around. Bookies odds on this one, what do we have on this? We have Rochdale coming at you 11-8 for the victory, 90-10 is your Colchester, 23-10 is your draw. Going to go with a 2-0 win for Rochdale on this one to take it to the house. Salford, who need to get going up against Newport County. They're the jinxed side. They just can't get nothing right. Played each other 5 times in 2019, 2 wins for Salford, 1 win for Newport County, 2 draws. The biggest win for Salford over Newport County was a 11-goal threat, a 6-5 in the end. The biggest win the other was a 3-0 win. Salford 17% form without a win in 6. Trouble for bloody Team GB. Meanwhile, Newport County, 4 wins in the past 6 games, looking very, very good themselves at the moment. Of course, Salford coming to this 22nd. They could go down just 2 points on the offering so far. Newport County, they're doing well in 8th, 6 points on the horizon, moving in the right direction as well. Look at the odds on this one we have. Salford 7-5 for the victory, 9-4 is your draw, 90-10 is your Newport County. Going to go with a 2-2 draw on this. Another point, not very good for Salford, but of course a point in the bag against a tricky unit that is. Bloody Newport County. Let's take a look at the next one. It is Scunthorpe United. I'm trying to find this one. There might be some question marks about this game. Oh, it's there. It's no question marks. It's still going ahead. Of course, played each other 14 times 2005. 5 wins apiece, 4 draws. The biggest win for Scunthorpe over Tranmere was a 4-2 win. The biggest win the other was a 2-0 win. That's right. Last time played each other in Scunthorpe was a 0-0 draw back in April 2021, of course. Last time that Scunthorpe picked up a win was back in 2011 in League 1. It was in Scunthorpe as well. Goodness gracious me. Heading into this, Scunthorpe are actually in 18th. They're on the move. They got a point, or at least a couple of points anyway, the past week. Tranmere on the decrease there onto 14th now. From 7th. Wow. Look at the odds on this one we have. 30-5 is just Scunthorpe, even Stevenage is Tranmere, 12-5 is draw. I'm going to go with Tranmere on this one to get another 3 points to get back to where they should be, I think, into towards them playoff spots as well. Sutton United up against Oldham. They've never played each other. This will be the first time, of course, Matt Gray in the dugout for Sutton United. Keith Curl up against Oldham. He's got his work to bloody do, hasn't he? Not the greatest start for Oldham, sitting at the bottom of the table at the moment. No points on the offering. Out of 4 games. Sutton now into 21st spot. Got a couple of points at least. A couple of draws out of 3 games. So just the 1 defeat for them at the moment. Look at the bookies odds on this one. We have Sutton actually even Stevens for the victory. 13-5 is your Oldham, and 12-5 is your draw. Oldham in trouble. Can they get a win? Not for me. 2-0 win for Sutton, and that'll be your lot. Of course, next up one. This will be your lot. Swindon up against Mansfield Town. Bit of a zinger here. Played each other 8 times in 2003. It's 4 wins for Swindon, 2 wins for Mansfield, and 2 draws. The biggest win for Swindon over Mansfield, 3-1 win. The biggest win there was a 2-0 win. Last time I played each other over in Swindon was a 1-0 win for Swindon in League 2 in November 2019. Of course, Swindon coming very, very good at the moment in 3rd. Mansfield are in 4th. It is a bit of a zinger on this one. 2-1 is your Swindon, 13-10 is your Mansfield, and 12-5 is your bloody draw. Going to go with a 2-1 win for Mansfield on the road. Swindon are not my cup of tea at the moment, but of course they might be the team to watch. 2-1 win for Mansfield on this one, and that completes the lot there. Of course, if you want to get involved, use the link, cut.d/League 2 number 5, and again we'll have a static link hopefully after the international break. But that's it, boys. Be sure to give the videos a love it, smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe, check out those links down below on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, of course Patreon as well if you want to support the channel in another way. That's the best place to do it. Looking for more brothers from another mother, check them all out, but until then we are done.